Good, happy Friday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's get started. First up, arrest made in connection to Granite Street homicide. Police Chief Nick Willard said that an arrest was made in connection to the shooting death of a Manchester man earlier this month. Michael Pennant, 37, was shot and killed November 3rd outside his Granite Street home. An autopsy showed he was shot in the torso. Ben Carson to file for New Hampshire primary Friday. Retired NORRG Ben Carson is the last major Republican candidate to file his paperwork for the New Hampshire primary. Carson plans to stop by the State House on Friday at 11:30 a.m. to greet supporters and fill out his paperwork. Friday is the final day for candidates to file if they want to appear on the ballot in February primary. Crane crashes through roof of Merrimack home. A crane crashed through the roof of a Merrimack home Thursday where workers were cutting trees. The owner of the house on Turkey Hill Road said she heard Haley tree workers to cut down 20 trees on her property. The crew was cutting down at least the last tree when the crane hit a specked track in the backyard and opened a sinkhole. Rochester first responders equipped with biohazard containers. The city of Rochester said it had no choice but to equip all emergency vehicles with biohazard containers to collect the discarded needles that they find several times a week. Merrimack teen gives back by donating basketball sneakers to kids. At Parkside Middle School, kids take a game of basketball very seriously, and so does their coach, David Green Jr. After last year's historic snow, what does this winter have in store? After last year's historically snowy winter, many are wondering whether this year will be a repeat for New Hampshire. The Farmer's Almanac, which is writing in New Hampshire, is predicting another winter wallop, but the National Weather Service says disregard because of a winter phenomenon called El Nino. This winter's El Nino is one of the strongest on record. During an El Nino, the winter is a Pacific Ocean near the equator heats up measurements show the ocean water is very warm. American Airlines lost prosthetic leg marathon survivor says. Marathon bombing survivor Andrea Hallis Davis said Thursday that an airline lost luggage that contained some important equipment. Hallis Davis, a professional dancer, lost her leg in the explosion during the Boston Marathon 2013. Bellabon's body released by medical examiner. Bellabon's body has been released from the medical examiner, and finally the little girl the world once knew only as Baby Doe can be laid to rest. New Hampshire camp counselor studying in Israel killed in attack. A Massachusetts school on Thursday identified a recent graduate visiting Israel as among 3 people killed in an attack in the West Bank. Investigators testifies about events leading to teens' overdose deaths. The mother of a teenager who died of a drug overdose returned to court Thursday for a probable cause hearing. Bush Pataki speak out on Syrian refugee issues. After filing their candidacy for the first-in-the-nation primary on Thursday, 2 Republican candidates for president took slightly different stands on admission of Syrian refugees into the U.S. Former Florida Governor Jeb Bush told reporters he supports allowing Christian Syrians into the nation, but called for a pause in the admission of Muslim Syrians. Former New York Governor George Pataki voiced strong support for the U.S. House passage Thursday morning of legislation to suspend President Obama's program to admit all Syrian and Iraq refugees into the U.S. until key security agencies certify that they no longer pose a risk to the nation. Vietnam veterans' dog tags returned. A Vietnam veteran who spent 9 months overseas with the 82nd Airborne Division was reunited with his dog tags Thursday. Women band together across political spectrum to address heroin epidemic. 3 New Hampshire mothers with families' names are joining forces to fight the state's heroin epidemic. Third body found among St. Dion's rebel. A third body has been found in the rubble of St. Dion's apartment, French police raided early Wednesday. Police are awaiting the results of DNA tests before identifying the body, but they said it was a woman. And we also have breaking news. 170 people taken hostage at Mali Hotel. Gunmen have taken 170 people hostage at a hotel in the capital city of Mali, according to a Radisson representative. After reports of an active shooter operation at the Radisson Ball Hotel in Bako, Mali, a Radisson media rep has confirmed that 2 people have taken 140 guests and 30 employees hostage. And that's the latest on the breaking news. We'll keep you updated as more comes into our newsroom. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Friday and see you back here later on. Goodbye.